Alright, what's up? My name is Tanner Percival, or Oskinio. I'm the developer of Gold Clicker Mining, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about where we're at right now, how I got here, where I'm going, and kind of explain what Gold Clicker Mining is and the value of it as a product and application, and sort of the narrative behind it. So about 3 months ago, actually a little bit longer than that, just before Trump went into office, I was pretty successful trading crypto. I was doing pretty well, and then Trump came into office and basically legalized rug pulling and scams, and the crypto market just took a fat shit, basically. Solana dumped, and all the meme coins dumped, everything just fucking it dumped because everything was a scam. Everything was a scam, and it was disheartening and disappointing and frustrating, and I ended up losing pretty much all my savings, like 90% of my savings, and it's frustrating because a lot of the products that were being rug pulled and that were scams were literally just people posting like Chrome extensions or like a folder with like 8 files in it, and they were running up to like 50 mil, 100 mil market cap, and getting fucking rug pulled on. It's like really frustrating, obviously not just me, but everyone else who was getting stuck in the shit trap, so anyways, I had this like building frustration for all the scams happening in the crypto market. I mean, it's supposed to be like a community driven free market, right? So it's frustrating that all that it is like whoever can scam first. It's kind of frustrating. So I had this like frustration brewing, if you will, and about 2 months ago I came up with the clicker game idea as a whole, and the idea was make a clicker game and distribute meme coin through the clicker game. But then there's this issue of like, how do I get, like, if I'm always giving away meme coin and giving away money, how is that even sustainable? And also, everyone's just gonna sell the chart if I'm giving them meme coin through the game. What's the point? So I'm thinking the ad revenue could basically all funnel straight into liquidity for the chart. This will keep it in the long term green, because we'll always have liquidity coming in as long as there's people playing the game. They could be free players, they could be players that are underage and aren't even withdrawing meme coin because they're not legally able to. You know what I mean? Like, there will always be ad revenue being generated, and the generation rate's pretty steep. It's like, I think 5-minute ads to make like $3 or something at a surface level. It seems like it would be pretty easy to generate, especially if you get like a bunch of kids who aren't even withdrawing meme coin to be generating ad revenue, to basically just be pumping liquidity into the chart. And so you ask, like, so what's the incentive? Why would you even play? I mean, it's a clicker game just like Cookie Clicker or anything else, because you can make money from it. It's a distributing meme coin, and you can hold that meme coin and earn meme coin through playing the game for free, and you can withdraw that meme coin if you want. So the incentive is literally built into the game, is distributing meme coin. And then what's going to happen is that I'm going to have a global modifier on earning rates for everyone, basically, that is tied to the performance of the chart. So if the chart is really green and everyone's holding, everyone's staking, and everyone's increasing the value of the chart, that means that they've got to be playing the game, right? Because if you're minting meme coin, that means you've got to be playing the game, because it's going to be a convoluted, long, time-spending way to mint meme coins. It's going to generate enough ad revenue. By the time you get a meme coin, you're going to generate 2 times that value in ad revenue watch time. So what I was going to say is there's going to be a global modifier in the game. If the chart is green, everyone gets bonus production to their clicks. If the chart is red, everyone gets a global debuff. And this will basically tie the chart performance to the game performance and everyone's income in the game, which will tie directly to their meme coin minting speed, which will basically either speed up or delay people's meme coin minting speed depending on the performance of the chart. So if the chart could support, people gaining more and more meme coin faster at larger amounts, due to the liquidity that's being added to the chart at the rate that it's being added, that'll be proportional. So if the chart is up 100%, everyone's going to get 100%, modifier on their clicks, and they'll be able to generate 100% more meme coins that faster, potentially. So that's the idea. Is it's going to tie directly into a chart, and so there's going to be a community incentive and a global incentive to keep the chart healthy, to not sell off, and also to continue playing the game, right? Because you have to play the game in order to get enough prestige points, in order to get enough gold bars to mint meme coin, right? So that's the incentive. Sorry, my mind kind of got away from me. It happens. So the goal is allow free players to earn money from playing my game. The only way that I can do that is sacrificing some of my income, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to take 20% of the piece of pie that my game would generate, and I'm going to give 80% back straight into the chart liquidity, and that's just all that's going to do is bolster the value of everyone's holdings. The Treasury wallet will have nothing to do with my investment. I'm going to have a private investment that I add after the Treasury wallet is deposited I think I'm going to do 5,000. I think it has to be 5,000 in order for me to get the full 500 mil 50% Treasury holding. That way I can distribute the meme coin for the life of the game until we have to get a new chart if I run out of meme coins to distribute. So I think all right, sorry about that. I think I'm gonna really say or talk about the tokenomics, or what I'm going to do exactly with the distribution and how it's going to work on the website goldclickermining.com. I think I'll add an article there going into detail. I was going to talk about it here, but I kind of want to just keep it about the journey of the game, how I'm making the game, and how the game works. But more technical details can be found on goldclickermining.com as soon as I get the article written. I think I need to do that. So anyways, the goal is to make a fun game that you can make money from for playing for free. And so the fun game serves ads. It rewards the players to incentivize gameplay through community incentives, social incentives. We got the global chat, we have a leaderboard, we have the chart being tied into the game. And I want to add in guild systems and make like guild leaderboards and add some sort of PvP, PvE system. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that yet. But so now we're in the last month, I completed the web app. So I had the idea and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to give it a shot. So I completed the web app and I realized after some testing on mobile devices and having other people try it that it wasn't going to work due to performance issues. And then I had to come up with a native mobile way to run this game, basically, because most of the crypto people or kids playing this game are going to be on mobile. If you're on PC, you're not really going to be playing this game, and that's just what I think. So I completed the web app, and then I got the news that I was getting laid off, which was pretty rough, but it was good timing that I had this idea and the passion, and I already had the ball moving on something. So now I've got the pressure of being laid off. I have no income coming in, and I'm living off of my 401k and trying to get by with what I've got. Currently, I'm applying for jobs, and instead of working on data structures and algorithms and doing the traditional job seeking route, I'm trying to make my own product and beat my own path and make my own way. And then, maybe I can show off the product to a potential employer and get a job that way. And if that doesn't work, then, I'll do whatever it takes to get a job. Obviously, I'm just pursuing my dream and my vision. I think that it's going to work. So I'm committing to this fully. So yeah, the web app had bad performance, and I realized I needed to learn Unity. I'd never used Unity. I never even downloaded it for the first time about a month ago. The only thing I knew that was going to help me is C#. I didn't have to learn the language. I know C# pretty well. It's my primary software development tool language. So about 2 weeks ago I started learning, or not 2 weeks, about 4 weeks ago I started learning Unity as I go. First time developing Unity. I'm struggling, I'm learning, and I tried asking for help for other game devs, and I was met with like people who wanted to steal my idea and who were like shitting on my idea and thought that I was a scammer and everything. So I just had to figure it out on my own. So I'm a solo dev. I've done everything from the authentication server, the web server, the API, the game itself, the UI, the game mechanics, everything. Everything I've done by myself. There's no cahoots. There's no team of people that are trying to get over on you. This is just a real, genuine idea and game that I have. So right now the game is deployed with testers. I need 14 testers, I think, and I have 8 or 10 testers, and it's a threshold for Google Store before I can get the game out to the public. Keep in mind the game right now has bugs, and you cannot mint meme coins through the game yet. It's not launched yet. The game itself is just a clicker game at its bare bones. But I need to get the game out in front of people as soon as possible, so that way people see what I'm working on, and that way I can start, generating a community and getting some support. So the cycle is pretty simple. The user clicks, the user prestiges, and the user earns gold bars. And during this time, they have to watch enough ads to basically pay off the minted meme coin that they'll get. So the user clicks, the user prestiges, the user earns gold bars, the user mints meme coins with the cost of gold bars. Think of it as a gas, like in your car. It's going to cost, you're going to need to refuel it, right? It's going to take, say, 24 hours to mint a meme coin, and you're going to need to refuel it every 6 hours, and to make sure that it has enough gold bars in it to mint that meme coin. If you don't come back to refuel it, then you just won't be minting meme coin for that time. You'll be able to make in-app purchases to boost these stats, like how much time you can go without needing to refuel, how much fuel your gold bars translate into, and stuff like that. But basically, the gold bar to meme coin minting ratio will take enough time and enough gold bars to where you have created at least double the amount of meme coin, at least this double amount of value in ad revenue, right? So that way I can siphon off my 20% as a developer payment, and then return 80%, which will be 1.8 times the value of the meme coin that's being withdrawn into the chart, which means that there's always a positive feedback loop where there's more money going into the chart than is leaving the chart, even with people withdrawing cash. It makes so much sense. So even with people making sell-offs and people withdrawing coin and constantly taking coin out of the chart, we'll have more ad revenue going into the chart than is being pulled out. So even with the sell-offs, people's bags will go up. The chart will always be green. And once people sees this and retail sees this, everyone that's been mining or that have invested in the chart at their own risk will see massive gains, I think. Not just from the retail itself, but from the constant inflow of ad revenue that's coming in from all these ad companies that I plan to funnel into the chart. So it's very simple. Click, prestige, earn gold bars, mint meme coin, withdraw or stake for bonuses, and then click. It's a cycle, it's a self-feeding cycle, and then the whole time ad revenue is being generated, in-app purchases are being made, premium mode of the app is being made. 20% goes off to me very transparently, 80% of liquidity goes straight into the chart. The ledger for the Treasury wallet will be 100% public. It will only be used to deposit meme coin out of the wallet. It will never receive. I might have the Treasury wallet make more coin purchases depending on what the sell-off numbers are like. But I'm mainly adding liquidity into the chart. And all the transactions for the Treasury wallet would be public. And if it's not clear, there's no way that I could rug pull it. It's my money. I'm putting my money down to make the Treasury wallet. I'm giving my money away through the game, through memecoin. I'm putting all my money forward first. And my profit is the 20% that I'm taking from the game. I won't even... Treasury wallet, I think I'm gonna figure out how to lock up. And also interface with, so that way I can make the deposits that need to be made, the swaps. But I'm going to lock the Treasury wallet, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple $100 into the chart at the very beginning, obviously on a speculative play, because I have no idea if this is going to work, and that's going to be it. The most that I could withdraw is a couple $100 that I'm adding as my own speculative play. I have high integrity. I don't have a team of developers. This isn't some big elaborate fucking thing. I'm just a normal kid who got laid off, who's got an idea, who I think have a clear path to figure this shit out. I think that I've got a full system, a closed feedback loop of value that will basically allow free players to make money off of my game. And depending on how high the project runs up, free players can make a pretty penny off my game. Obviously I can't say numbers because I think that gets into legal issues, but I think that people can make some serious money here. So anyways, if you like the idea, if you like where it's going, if you like the sounds of it, make sure you subscribe, share the idea, check out my ex at Gold Clicker Soul. We have a Telegram. My official site is goldclickermining.com. And yeah, check us out. The app's deployed in the Android App Store already in front of testers. So let me talk about what I'm going to do next. I have some bug fixes to do. Right now there's a problem with age verification. Users who are not age verified are having a hard time saving their player data. Also, I'm having a hard time authenticating users out of North America. My authentication server doesn't like it. I gotta fix that. People have to use a VPN to play from, you know, Africa and Europe and stuff like that. So I got some bug fixes to do. The game is as bare bones as it can be. I can barely call it playable and shippable, but it has enough depth for it to make sense. So what I need to do is finish making the game, make the game a little bit more enjoyable to play, because if the game's not enjoyable to play, no one's going to farm ads. And if no one's farming ads, the liquidity is not going to be added to the chart. It's going to live and die off of how fun the game is to play, right? So I need to figure out how to make the game more enjoyable to play. And then from there, I buy the chart with 50% holding for the Treasury wallet. I program the logic of minting the meme coin and all the logistics around that. I hook up in-app purchases and I hook up ad revenue, and we get everything wired up, and the ship is sailing. From there, we make the game more fun. We add cool animations, we brand it properly, we get custom assets, you know, make the game actually fucking good, like you know, Supercell level maybe. I don't know. But anyways, that's where I'm at. I just made all the social medias for the game. I made the website for the game and everything, so I'm getting this video out there to talk about any confusion about the game that anyone might have, to get my face out in front of the game so you feel like you know the developer. And yeah, that's about it. I think that this is a genius idea. I don't see how it could fail. I think that everyone that's involved early will benefit greatly, and I have no shady intentions. Like I said, I'm very transparent about where my income is going to come from this. It's going to be that 20% right off the top. 80% is going to go right back to you guys, and I won't have anything to do with the chart. The chart is really just a means of me returning money to everyone in a fair way. Yeah, so I think it's a cool project. It's a cool narrative. If you agree, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, your thoughts are, and join the community. And yeah, that's about it. All right, I'm signing off. Peace. See ya.